name's Sarah Nation. I'm actually a therapeutic parent myself. I started as a foster carer 27 years ago, and my first experience was reparenting a group with 3 siblings. I then became a social worker and worked in local authority and fostering adoption, and then I adopted a group of 5 siblings. And I have therapeutically reparented them to adulthood. They're aged now between 17 and 24. And my children taught me everything I know. So everything that I'm sharing with you today is what I learned at the coalface. It's not what I learned as a social worker. And one of the things we implemented was called the T.R.U.E Model, which Catherine and I devised, and that stands for Therapeutic Reparenting, Underpinned by Experience. And the critical element is you have to have someone supporting the foster carer who has lived it. Very, very important, and that's the critical element of that model.
I met Sarah and thought she was really quite strict, and thought, actually, you know what, go off and have a rest, I'll help you look after your children, I can manage, 16 3-year-olds in the palm of my hand, this is no problem for me, off you go. Within 2 hours I was crying, I couldn't cope, and I came back and said, tell me how you do this. It turned me round, because nothing I used every single day of my life worked. All my tools were taken away, stripped off me. And I thought I knew it, well, not knew it all, but I definitely thought I was an expert. And so that was the start of the journey, and that was, 16 years ago. Like Sarah, it was learning on the job, and learning all about attachment, and then I was able to do respite care without crying for Sarah's 5 siblings. And I'm an attachment support worker for agencies, and that means I go in and support foster carers, certainly at breaking point or going into compassion fatigue. And we're looking at very much about the role that I take on during today, and how that can help.
So first of all, we're going to look at how does living with children who suffer trauma impact on you? Because everyone talks to you, don't they? When you have the child come in, everyone's focused on the child, and you've got a referral about the child, and then you have the meeting about the child, and then after a little while, you've still got the child, and there's all sorts of behaviours coming out, and all sorts of emotions coming out, and everyone's very focused on this, and they're focused on the therapy for the child and contact for the child, and you kind of often can get lost in that, the way that you're feeling, and you can have all kinds of feelings which come up which might make you feel quite uncomfortable. And certainly as a foster care and adopter myself, I certainly experienced feelings I never expected to have.